search an address? Type in location?
You just have to type it. You just have to type it in. You just have to type it into
Location?
Google. You just have to type it into Google
No, I
and
can see.
it pulls up
Search
everything.
order.
You just have
Search
to.
order?
You just have to go into Google and type it in.
And then the address?
Goodness.
You might pull up that way. Remember the name of
Yeah, but nothing's coming up at all. And there's clearly multiple houses that start with 10.
it. Don't you have one really good?
Not today. I can't. They deleted.
maybe.
I will keep this on
Yeah,
my
they
phone
took
for
everything off.
years and years and years and years and years and years and years.
Yeah, they are.
So what? You're not putting it in the same way where they have to do. Oh, wow.
Whole
Got rid
bunch of-
specified.
That's right. They launched their in-house thing, which I'm sure is a disaster.
Oh yeah.
It probably won't be 20
Well,
minutes.
maybe it's supposed to be better for like testing kids, or when they were scheduling stuff. It was supposed to, if they schedule it too far, it'd be either red, yellow, or green. So if they try to schedule it and it shows up as red, then they weren't supposed to schedule it. Supposedly, was how it's supposed to go.
But every service. So for this one, this is just like a commercial stop. I have to follow that SOP, standard of procedure, and I have to do that every single stop. And there's like different forms for each type of stop: callbacks, routine pest control, mosquito. I have to do a graph for mosquito. I have to take pictures and walk around and count my steps before I apply anything. It takes me an hour and 20 minutes to do a mosquito job on a house this size.
Is it hourly or
Hourly. 20. I chewed out Jacob.
Did you?
Yeah. I called him out because I was like, Jacob, I don't even think you're making decisions. Everything has to be coming from above you because
Before I left, he was freaking out all the time. You ever notice that?
yeah, and I told him, I was like, dude, if you're not calling the shots, I cannot work for you. If this lady who's a lawyer wants to call the shots and micromanage all of you with the VP, I'm out. Especially if you're not giving me a $4 raise. I am not going to Wawa's, period. You can call Abby herself, and she can call me. I'm still going to tell her
If
no.
you go in the Wawa store, you don't have to worry about paying me. Why?
I don't even know if they still have Wawa because
They have to because they own basically Wawa through the whole East Coast. Every Wawa company. I mean, I think down in Florida,
Bruh.
I was too lazy to get
and they sent Tevin out after I quit. And he was like, I'm not doing this no more. I get paid to go there and back to do 15 minutes of work. I just wasted 3.5 hours to get no dollars out of it.
That's when I was there, I was interesting.
Is that the water?
No, it's just scrap water.
That's why when I was there, when you guys had to do that, I'd make sure you got paid for it. But I wasn't supposed to be doing
No, because we probably would have quit earlier.
it. Probably, but I didn't think it was right, so I just did it my way.
Yeah, there was no leadership.
You're lucky.
And I
They hurt
left
their
with
insurance.
still no leadership.
And their
And
insurance
still to now, no leadership. They don't have a branch manager as of 3 weeks ago. Still no branch manager. Still no service manager. Apollos used to be the
I don't care if my battery's low. I don't care if my stupid.
RTI. The head maintenance. No, because I told Jacob I'm not doing RTI anymore. Yeah.
She was trying to give me $2,000.
No, hopefully.
Don't repeat that to anybody, but yeah.
No, I don't even call. Carlos barely answers. And even then, it's only, hey, are you still working for those jackasses?
I'm surprised Peggy saw that she was getting pissed off.
And when I did that to Jacob, it was like a 30-minute rant that I went off. And I was like, dude, I can tell they're walking all over you. And he did not even look at me. He just looked down.
Right, he doesn't want to.
And he's like, I'm sorry, I can't give you the raise. I was like, all right. Then I'm gone next. I walked out. He just looked like a sad kid that got yelled at. He was like,
Because they anyway,
It's what it looked like. He
they
literally
hired anybody they could
yeah.
just to fill a position. And some guys I was able to train. Some guys didn't want to listen and did whatever they wanted, and
That's why Jaden got fired and Dale got fired.
I was happy when I heard this.
Yeah. Oh, fucking absolutely. He's that Carmen. Well, he's an asshole.
I think he's racist.
That's a very, very, very good possibility. But it wasn't like it wasn't racist out of fear. Like just like I don't know. Now that's like annoyance.
I don't like you as a service manager. I don't like you from now on. Said that to me. I will never like you.
Jesus. Should have went to insurance.
They doesn't like. They wanted to have somebody in there. And he was making money at the time. But some of the times that we got his budget was me. I told him right.
Yeah, that whole thing is horrible. That's not how to run a business. Numbers, and sacrificing A, your tech, B, the quality of their work, B, the quality control on top of those two
That's
things.
why all the service managers left because of all the work they put on that.
And then they were being micromanaged to how to do the work. I was
Okay,
like,
so
this is why we
7
have a revolving door.
I was there from when I started the company. I think I was there longest run service.
Absolutely. No, like I told you, nobody lasted more than a month. They got 3 weeks and they were like, yeah, I'll be right back. Came in, emptied the truck, and the wife came and picked them up. I was like, dang, that's the third one in like 2 months we lost.
Yay.
They still don't have that because I talked to Carlos, like I said, 2
It's
weeks.
already on 8 minutes.
Kevin's a Burger King manager.
He used to be a bird.
He went right back
He
to
told me he was thinking of becoming a contractor.
He's not doing that.
Oh, great. My
Things about you at the back of the store.
You could do leave the office.
great. My camera's getting foggy.
How much battery is left?
I don't know, but I can charge it up in my car.
Probably about 540. 548. Yeah, I'm gonna head on home, I guess.
I hacked my camera.
Yeah, for that? Out of my pocket?
They did that for other shit for you. They tried to get you on another, they charged you for one blackout. They were trying to charge you for another one.
Oh, yeah. Jacob told me about that. I was like, Jacob, if it comes to that, I'm going to break the window, and then you can bill me for the window. Yeah, I lost respect for Jacob towards the end. I was like, oh, you don't even get to do your own thing. I was like, this can't. Because that lady didn't even fucking talk to us. She didn't give us the respect or time. I was like, this is the boss lady? This lady, I don't know.
They had, she has a house in Durham.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let even the managers do her house because I guess she knew she'd piss people off, so she didn't want anybody knowing her address and come to her house. So when what's his name came to train, he had to go to her house to
Tim?
not Tim, the guy did the training. What's the old guy? Came to do training on Tuesdays.
James? The bald guy?
The old bald guy who used to do it before the guy with the missing finger came back. The James?
Yeah.
I think it was him. Yeah, he was the only one who was allowed to go to the
James Kirzan, something like that.
or something with a K. But
He
was
quit
the-
too.
He was the only one who was allowed to go to her house. She didn't trust anybody else. I set him up with chemicals and everything before he needed to go to her house. Because she didn't trust a single person, which is because she trusted the other. But I was told at one point they were getting ready to sell the company. That's why they were trying to do certain things.
Makes sense.
It was a much better company that was sold before she was sold.
Probably because
They
he was the
care.
OG guy. Yeah.
So,
Well, this company runs good. I just don't like the paperwork.
yeah.
It's too much paperwork. I gotta fill that little report I showed you every single stop.
There's a
And then I gotta do double that report if I do a bait check. If I check the bait stations, I have to do a renewal, which means I have to do an inspection. So, and they want pictures of the crawl space, man.
How many houses were you doing?
This is my neighborhood. So,
So basically, they were just putting all the houses, like they were selling before people even moved in there.
yes, they want it done before people move
So
in.
they got a contract with the,
Builder, yes.
yeah.
Yes.
See, Home Paramount was never able to get anything like that. They didn't have the,
Repertoire.
no. I know, what's his name?
This company is owned by a Swedish conglomerate.
A lot of the other ones
What? Oh, that's terrifying. I didn't know that. God.
yeah, which one?
Definitely Orkin.
Working, yeah.
Absolutely Orkin. They're in Canada,
And
here,
the other, there's
Mexico,
another one
and
they're
Europe.
connected to. There's another company too, which a lot of our guys would leave there and go there, but they're told that even though it's a different company name, they were owned by the same people.
The same parent company.
Home
Home
team.
Home team. They're horrible. They drive their workers into the ground, and that regional guy Steve is a ding dong.
I know if I wanted to go back to pest control, I have an in because there's a newer company. I can't remember the name right now, but the owner of that company goes to my church. So
No kidding.
he drives his truck to church, so everybody knows who
Makes
what company
sense.
works for.
Makes sense. Could be a small company. Smaller.
It's a small one, newer, but it's based out of Clayton, so instead of me having
Kennedy's?
starts with a T, I think. My memory still sucks. True. I think it's TRU.
Do they have green logo? I think I've seen one truck. Because Clayton's my area. Half of Clayton's my area. The side where 42, that Walmart, the Lowe's, and the Cookout, maybe 3 miles down is over. This way towards Garner is my area.
At least you have an area, you're not going all over the fucking place.
No. That stopped.
That was the same time.
That's
Home Paramount did that.
I get paid from the second I get in the truck. I can clock in. Same thing when I get home. Once I turn it off, I can clock out.
Because you're working when you're driving.
Okay.
But I gotta go because I can't stand anymore.
Yeah.
But